the show. Well, it's that time of year when you might be thinking of doing a little bit of redecorating. And if you've ever tried to make over a small space, you know how important it is to make use of every square inch. Here to help us make the right choices, please welcome contractor Sebastian Clovis. Kitchen.
Thank you for welcoming to your new house.
I know, a new house. It's much bigger than my actual house. And it's very fancy. Also, we kind of matched today, Sebastian.
A little quinky dink.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that you are here. So you've got like a lot of makeovers planned.
Yes.
And we're starting with one today that a lot of people can relate to. Am I right?
Yeah, we're starting with a small project.
Yes.
You know, small and sweet. And small projects can be difficult when you're working in a small space and you want to get a lot of things going on inside that space. But with the right strategy, you can make a high-impact, small space, no problem.
I like this. I'm feeling like we're in good hands here.
Yeah. These hands right here?
Yeah, those hands.
They work magic.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, man. Well, Lakshmi wrote to us for help making over her small den. Here's what happened when you paid her a house call.
Nobody wants to make better use of limited space than a young person living downtown in a big city. In this case, we have Lakshmi, a policy advisor / part-time artist who lives in a small 600 square foot condo in downtown Toronto. Lakshmi wants to turn her uninspired den into a multifunctional entryway that her friends, family, and of course herself could be proud of. And there's no time like the present. Let's meet her. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Lakshmi. I moved to Toronto about 5 years ago, and I moved to this condo specifically 2 years ago.
My first impressions of this space were that it is small, but it's clean. Everything has its place, except for the things in the den. They need a better place. So how do you use it right now?
So right now it's been my entrance space, also a dump space, also my art supplies and storage. So it's really just an all-functioning space.
Or do you want to make it a little bit more specific? You're an artist. You want this condo to be more than just everybody else's condo on the floor. You want this one to be a little bit more personalized. So perhaps throwing some wallpaper up there.
Whatever, you think fits.
If you have no other last requests or ideas, I have my plan in mind, and this will be a quick makeover. When you come back, it'll be beautiful.
Okay, looking forward to it.
All right.
I'm definitely excited to see what they can do with the space because it is a small space.
Lakshmi has described everything she wants out of the space, and with my friend Justin here, we'll be able to get this thing done lickety-split, right?
One and done.
One and done. Let's turn this den into something worthy of an artist. So what Lakshmi needs in this area is somewhere to put some shoes, somewhere to sit down to take the shoes off, somewhere to hang coats. She needs some clothes storage, and she needs some open storage so that she can display art and her art supplies. Pivot! Pivot! With the shelves, the clothes storage, some countertop, somewhere for the coats, somewhere for the shoes, and somewhere to sit. We're pretty much, as far as I can calculate, accounting for everything. Great, the cabinets are already built for us. Whoa, lifting out was a bad idea. It's heavy. The main challenges on a project like this, where we're trying to get things done in a very short timeline, is that most of the sourcing we do is done online. Floating shelves and the lights that we chose were not available, and so we've had to change that whole program up and figure out a different way to go about this.
Sebastian's original vision for the room was amazing, but we've had to pivot due to some stock issues.
It's a pretty big challenge when the things you want to install, you don't have. Thank you. I can't find wood floating shelves anywhere. So let's go with white shelves.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
This whole apartment is pretty much white. It is a small apartment. The white will help to make it feel more expansive.
Okay.
Now the question is, do you mind popping out to grab those? Because we need them post-haste.
Gone. I'm gone. Hopefully I can get back in time to get the job done today.
A lot of people use these laminate countertops. They're quick and easy and they're cheap. But when you cut them, you want to cut them upside down because the rotation of the saw blade goes like this. So it's better for the blade to go into the finished surface rather than come out of the finished surface so that the finished surface doesn't chip. You want a nice clean cut. Whew. Oh yeah. See? Justin's gone to go and pick up some lights and some floating shelves, and my friend Katie, the wallpaper expert, is here to help us throw some wallpaper in that den.
So this is a mural. We got a couple of choices. Which ones are your favorite panels? Like, what are you seeing out of the image?
Well, I think it would be nice to try to get one of these circles as close to center as possible.
Yeah, I can make anything happen. I'm so excited to be using this wallpaper. This is from my line Remix Walls. It's called Brush Strokes, and I'm so excited because she's an artist, and this wallpaper that Sebastian picked is just perfect. Even though it's a really small space, the wallpaper is going to add a lot of interest, actually making it seem bigger. So it's going to draw your eyes up and down, making the space seem larger.
Locating and installing new hardware on a door can be tricky because you have to drill holes that correspond perfectly with where the holes on the hardware are. First thing, I take a piece of painter's tape, and then I take that painter's tape and I stick it to the back of the hardware. Once you've done that, you could take something sharp, like a pencil, and just make a little hole right where you want your drill holes to go. For me, I want my hardware to be 1 inch in from the side and starting 1 inch down from the top. So I'm gonna use this combo square. These lines are my reference points. Now we could take our hardware and place it so that the top of the hardware is on our line and the bottom of the hardware is on the line. Draw another line. Then we take our piece of tape and line up that bottom edge with the line that we just drew. Then it's as simple as just marking the 2 holes we made in the tape. Then you remove your tape, and bingo bango, you got your marks. Justin brought all the items that we need. The main installation is done, but tomorrow we need to tighten everything up. We had to make a few changes, but I am very confident that this is gonna blow Lakshmi away. She's gonna be very happy with this. Finishing touches tomorrow, and then the big reveal.
Oh, I cannot wait to see how it all comes together, Sebastian.
Yes.
First off, what was that tiny drill you were using?
It's called a driver.
Okay.
Right, and it's a tool that everyone should have in their home, to be honest.
It was so cute.
That's why I bought it in the first place.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't a need thing. It was like, I like this cute little drill. I want this.
That's why I buy stuff. That's amazing. So what's the first thing we want to do when we're thinking of making over a small space, though?
Yeah, whenever we're making over any space, as a matter of fact, you want to make a list of all of your wants and your needs. You know, but this is especially important in a small space because obviously you have only so much working area.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to make a list of all your wants and your needs. If you want a shoe rack, if you want a coat rack, if you want storage, if you want a sitting area, if you want cool lights, whatever it may be, write that whole list out and then prioritize the list, right? Because you want to make sure that you get all the things that you need, and then hopefully you can get a couple of wants in there as well.
I like that.
Right? So make your list first, and in that way you know you're going to absolutely, hit the mark in terms of what you need.
I love that. And then you talked about what is dry fitting? What does that mean?
Yeah, okay. Dry fitting is it seems like a complex term, I suppose. It's very simple. It just means putting stuff in the space.
Oh.
Right? So
it's a dry run.
It's a dry run.
I get it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So before you screw and glue, nail everything together, you want to fit all your furniture into space. You want to fit your floating shelves just to make sure it lines up and you've considered everything.
Yeah.
Right? So just fit it in there so you can sit back, look at it. I like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Now I want to change it. And then you can pull everything out and prepare it for final installation.
I love that. And I will also say, I think the thing that I'm 100% taking away, the first thing I'm taking away from this is that tape trick with the handle.
Yeah.
That was so smart.
It can be so tricky putting on hardware or hanging pictures or any of those things where you have to put screws in and then put something on top of it and you're kind of blind.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is to drill a hole in a cabinet and then put your hardware on and it's slightly
off. Yeah,
right?
no.
Because then you got to put them all off to match and make it
You're
seem
like,
like
I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Yeah. So, and I love that wallpaper. What's the trick for hanging that?
Yeah, wallpaper is, well, wallpaper can be tricky itself.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm terrified of wallpaper.
Yeah, because it feels like it can be permanent. There's wallpaper that is peel and stick, and you can peel it right back off. This particular wallpaper is a one and done, though.
Okay.
And so it was a mural wallpaper, which means that each panel comes off and it lines up and it makes an overall picture. So when you're working with a small space, you're not going to use the entire mural. The important thing is to find a part of the mural that you like the most. And then take those particular panels and center them up in your space. You can discard the rest of it.
Okay.
So you really want to you can make a choice. You know, you could leave it up to happenstance as well.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe a happy accident will happen.
Yeah.
But for this particular installation, I wanted that circle right in the middle because I felt like having that circle in the middle will draw your eye in. It'll kind of make it feel like it has more depth. It's a bit of a tunnel.
Yeah.
And it was only a 4-foot deep space. Like, I don't even know if I would consider it a den.
Yeah.
Like it was a cubby.
It was a nook.
It was a nook.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we wanted to make that nook feel like a spacious den.
That's amazing. Honestly, there are so many great takeaways in that. I'm here with contractor Sebastian Clovis. Let's see how Lakshmi's den turned out.
It's day 2 of our den makeover, and we still have a lot to do before Lakshmi comes back. So let's get to work and make this happen. We have just a few hours left, and I still have a long list of things that need to get done. Here's a rundown. I have to install the floating shelves. I have to put the edge banding on these laminate countertops to clean them up. I have to install a toe kick underneath the cabinets. I have to put some filler strips in, change out the lights, and then create a whole gallery wall over here. How many times have you tried to hang a piece of art and you can't get the wire on the back to catch on the nail that you have in the wall? Well, here's a trick for that. Just get a fork. Everybody has one of those. You put it on your screw or your nail, put your chain around that fork, slide it down, pull the fork out, ta-da. You're done. Just like that. Oh yeah, I am finally happy with this space. The last thing left to do is go and get Lakshmi and show her brand new den. She's gonna love this one. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead you in.
Okay.
I'm gonna count down from 3, and when the moment is right, you're gonna open your eyes and drink in the beautiful new den. Come on in. All right, it's gonna move forward. We're gonna close that door behind you and face this way, and you can open your eyes in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
So let's go through the list of things that were very important.
Okay.
Closed storage. We have lots of storage. It's all 24 inches deep. We have shelves, we have cabinets. All of it came from Rona, and I really do think that it looks great in the space. Then, of course, we have the open shelving on top. So that's so that you can put all your display items on there, put your artwork on there, and really just have your pieces there that you want your friends and family to see when they come through for the first time. Another thing we did was change all of the light fixtures. We dropped it just a little bit lower. We used nice warm bulbs in all of them so that it just, makes the space feel a little bit hugger. We have these art frames here, but there's a specific reason why, because these weren't your original pieces that were here. These were actually donated by one of your favorite artists, Nashi Chroma. He sent us a few pieces, and we mounted them up in these frames here.
I did notice the theme of his artwork, so that's like such a nice surprise.
Yeah. All the other little finishing touches, the basket, the bench, the coat rack, it all came from HomeSense, and again, I think it feels like it makes sense here in this home. Okay, well, if you like it and you're happy, then I am thinking I'm gonna pack my bags and get out of here because this has been a hectic 2 days of throwing this all together. There were some problems that we encountered, but we hopped over those problems and came up with some really creative solutions, and I'm so glad that you love it.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you to
are
you. Thank you to the
welcome.
team. Wow.
Anytime you're involved in a makeover or a renovation or anything in this matter, it's all about rolling with the punches. You go in there with the plan and then you adjust as things present themselves to you.
I think my favorite part about the den is the seating area. I really never expected to really like stay and pause and sit in that small space. It was always like a to-go, on the run, grab and go. So I really love that there's like a place to really like sit and relax. I feel so lucky. It's definitely easily top 10 life moments. Thank you, Sebastian and Mary, for my beautiful den and this experience.
I'm so happy she liked it because we don't do regular stuff. This stuff, this is the good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.
Oh my gosh, wow. Well, Lakshmi, I hope you enjoy. Fantastic job, Sebastian.
Thank you.
Like, out of control.
I was really happy with it.
Yes, that trick with the fork is still blowing my mind with hanging those pictures.
Doesn't it kind of make you want to just go and rehang all your pictures?
Yes.
Just to do it? Just to try
yes,
it?
I'm literally gonna go home and try it. Well, this space had its challenges for sure. Let's take a look at your original plan.
Right.
So you wanted warm wood shelving, but it was out of stock, right?
That's exactly what happened. So, you know, we went in there, measured up the space. We came up with this great design plan. We wanted to do a much more robust shelving situation, but it wasn't in stock. We went to the stores. We went to multiple stores and couldn't find it. And so we were forced to make a pivot. And I think that's a very interesting and important thing to take note of whenever you're doing a makeover is you want to be rigid in your goal, you know, in finishing the space and making it work. But you have to be flexible in the approach. And that's one of the great things because when you're flexible, you're not emotionally married to whatever the first idea was. You allow for those happy accidents. And sometimes the accidents are even more beautiful than the original intention. And in this case, I'm actually happy that the warm wood shelves weren't there because I think those white shelves just made the space feel more open, nice and bright, and actually work for us.
Oh my gosh, 100%. And your attention to detail in it all was so amazing, especially in that small space.
Yeah. Detail, you know, detail matters. You know, it's the difference between having a space feel like, oh, it's cool and it's functional versus, wow, that's beautiful. I actually want to go in there and, you know, and catch a vibe.
Yeah.
You know, and all professional. I think one of the things that makes professional builders professional is the fact that they spend time caulking the edges and putting in the filler strips and doing all those little things that seem like just the nitty-gritty details, but they're the things that allow the space to feel finished.
100%.
And when it comes to these makeovers and renovations, it could be 95% right. But that 5% that's not quite right, for some reason, your eye goes straight to it, and every single time you look at the space, you just see that little mistake, and you're like, I wish I paid a little more attention to that. So
100%.
budget your time and take care of the small details, because they matter.
Honestly, man, this was a treat to watch unfold, Sebastian. You did such a great job. And cheers to the next project, eh?
I cannot wait for the next one. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, if there is a space in your home that needs a revamp, email the story and photos to tgscasting@bellmedia.ca for your chance to get your space made over. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.